Real related, Marietta SLOMKA. If having gone that far already, you would likely to having started early on participating in biochemistry undertakings to formulate as of then and seen as of now, because most people are not informed on that. Neither that there is such a thing as biochemistry, which can indeed make people look similar to another person, and the how-tos, which I have tried to discover elsewhere. So, in order to do that effectively, of course, one would not inform the person concerned, because one then would not have to pay, and also one would not drag undertakings into the open light, knowing that undertakings, procedures can go awfully wrong. So, therefore, you are already also, plus because of that reason, on quite murky grounds, which together with else circumstances that I don't know about, but maybe you are still filed somewhere. Maybe you even have another name, which is also in conjunction with your TV name, also still somewhere filed. So this is also the reason why I call my current representation of myself, lastly, enforcement and empowerment. Yeah, so I make here certain things available in order to thwart. If having been that interested, not only in me as a person, I would not assume that you found that 13 pounds too much interesting, because I would not consider you law then. You will have recognized one or the other person in my surrounding that upon your knowledge of photo albums out of a place in Lower Saxony, but having been delivered photo-wise, copy-wise early on, at least into Hesse, because I have reconstructed it that way, then you will have recognized a Eva Großbernd. Then you will have recognized, amongst others, those two being closer than others to me, females, though I can add here, for the time being, however, Nadia Tuschow, then Nadia Ziedi, and Friederike Lüthe. And you then maybe even have recognized them as a kind of alikes. This would hark back to the delivery of at least cars and those astoundingly colored bronchitis slime in the Germer's case. That would hark back that too, and if there was any connection, I also have no clue, but maybe others. So who else would you have recognized? You for certain would have recognized, not for certain, but maybe that one went through your fingers then, but later on, when the Islamism topic became relevant, then you must have already gotten some knowledges of else names in my surrounding, and if it was just upon having been able, by means of ZDF technicality, to get some insights into just name-wise filed students there in Marburg. Having been in the nose, however, that Marburg was a place. And then this name for certain will have come to your attention, which is indeed family name Hocheva. Family name indeed Hocheva, and this alludes to Turkey, This alludes lastly also to law. This thereby alludes to Germany was till I pointed at that possibility, though in connection with my reconstruction of the core criminal complex, people in Germany were just concentrated on civil law matters. If one compares that, if one would want to grasp that field into words, one can indeed say something like civil law, then comprised of inheritance matters and family matters. Then the Turkish system, because Hojiva is sounding Turkish, albeit that one was not Turkish. Then you have realized that. Maybe even, could you have had any advice? Yes, maybe yes, Dr. Fuß. Dr. Fuß, who however I did not even mention as of yet, and if so, I only could point at the very fact that that one was informed on which day my birthday was, and would surprise me with that knowledge. I think he was to check out a thing or two in 2003 or 2004. So that is one thing. He could have advised you, unless you had already access to my 17 Zoller, prior though to my begin of studies, 2002. Earlier I got interested, and where you would have found some researches on where else in Germany can one inform oneself on a academic level, written from German perspectives, non-Muslim, as the names were sounding, perspectives, on the huge field of something callable as Muslim law. Let's call it like that. In that one you must have been very interested. The question is when, and I tell you why. It is not so much because of the forename, but maybe also allowing for introducing the twin theme. And if it was just to my life, yeah, for example, the 4 years homelessness time. You might have recognized one peculiarity of hers, of Carmen's, though. She indeed was able to resemble or to mimicry, I would say mimicry indeed, Carmen, mimicry Maren Köster. Maren Köster, I've stated already. Carmen Hojiva, also very, very good looking. Similar height as I then, but completely differently as regards hair. Flat, platt, and then somehow shortcutted. So, yeah, what to do with that information I don't know as of yet. But it is a matter of fact. She was able to mimicry me, Marburg, Maren Köster, for any reason. Before, Dieter Köster would tell to my parents, Maren is now entering the field of hospitals and is becoming a nurse. Later on, files were gathered, also destroyed, when the hospital in our neighborhood, not neighborhood, but in our area was flattened. So, and this Eva Großbernd, now if I have recognized her correctly, that one is having Maren's hair. Yeah, that one is indeed having Maren's hair, and the question would be, did you allow to let the original, in that with that regard only, let you allow the original live on further, and if so, how, under which circumstances? Maren Köster, by contrast, had not the advantage that I have to having made known herself into a wider and worldwide audience merely, publicum. SI 2006 following UAE.